My favorite lesbian, Justin Bieber, is in trouble again. One of his neighbors in California called the police saying Bieber threatened him and hit him. This leads me to two questions. One, is Bieber out of his mind? And two, is Justin Bieber's neighbor under 4 feet tall and 10 years old? Joining me to answer these questions and to discuss other pop culture stories are co-host of NBC's New York Live and my friend Jackie Reed. Hello. You're supposed to then say hi.
I'm sorry.
You know,
Hi.
it is a TV show. Co-host of That Metal Show, another friend, comedian Jim Florentine.
Hi.
Oh, thank you, Jim. That was perfect. And celebrity lifestyle expert, not a friend, but soon to be, Dorothy Cascerceri. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Justin Bieber. What is going on? I mean, I think, you know, the mother was traveling with him. Now the mother's not traveling with him. Then he's walking through the airport. He has no shirt. What is going on with this kid?
I think the mother needs to be with him, even though he's 19. You know, he's a little bit older. He's still a kid. He has so much access to money and so many liberties. He has his own plane, for God's sake. But I think he needs some reining in. He needs some parental guidance.
Right. I totally agree. And he takes off his shirt more than Lena Dunham. I don't want to look at him.
Yeah, but if I had abs like that, I'd be taking my shirt off, too.
It's unbelievable.
He's not going to have that long. Once he's in rehab in 2 years, he comes out fat. She's like, let me just show him now.
That's true.
I mean, he started out the same way that all pop stars do, straight and narrow. You know, but now he's going down a different path, and hopefully he won't turn into the next Miley Cyrus or Lindsay Lohan, but God only knows, because he's been acting out a lot lately.
And it was quick. It's like it just happened.
What was after he broke up with Selena Gomez?
Oh, God,
I don't know.
Right.
Maybe she was a good influence. She did come from Disney.
That's right. Well, it looks like, this is one of my favorite stories that I know Jackie won't be talking about, but it looks like Ann Curry's departure from the Today Show was uglier than we thought. Turns out that NBC forbid her to make any statements of concern to ABC's Robin Roberts when Roberts was sick. Okay, excuse me? All right, so you work for NBC, so you'll act like, oh, I love Matt, I love Matt. Oh, he's fantastic. But really, do you have to check with the NBC people? Like if you're going to, you know, tweet, hey, whatever?
Listen, I've worked, you know, I work in entertainment now, but for years I worked in news. When you sign a contract, there is a morality contract. Everything you do, you have to check. It has to be, you can get fired for things that you do.
But you can't say, Robin, I hope you're feeling great.
Not if, and probably, if this is true, if this is how it all played out, we don't know.
Oh, God.
We don't. But I'm saying, you know, and probably, because she's a very smart woman, thought, you know, before I do this with the competition, let me just check.
Yeah, but now you and Judy are friends. If Judy broke her arm, would you, you know, she's on this network, would you tweet her and go, hey, I hope your arm feels better?
Gives a I'm telling you.
She hurt her knee recently. I tweeted about it. It's no big deal.
But isn't it just ridiculous? I just find it... Oh, God, it's really bad, okay? You can be honest. I loved Ann Curry, okay?
I love her. She's still with us. I love her.
I'm kind of dying for the moment that Ann Curry is able to actually talk about everything that's happened behind the scenes, because that's a tell-all that I really want to read, because I think she has been really muzzled, and I don't think she's really been allowed to say very much, and I think she has a lot to say.
And I think she's very classy, too.
I
really do.
She's really classy. It wouldn't be smart for her to go out and trash NBC at this point.
Right. Now, Jim has no idea about the Today Show because he gets up at 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. I know, the Tonight Show.
Yeah, we'll talk about that soon. Now, there are rumors that Anderson Cooper's been asked to replace Matt Lauer on the Today Show, and that Matt is pissed off about it. It's Matt mad at everyone. He's mad at Ann Curry. He's mad at NBC. He's mad at his hairline. He's apparently mad at socks. I've never seen him wear a pair of socks.
There have also been reports, you know, just hours ago, TMZ reported that Matt, you know, did not make that call, saying he was upset with Anderson, and he said he would be happy if Anderson replaced him. This is according to TMZ, so we don't know if any of it is true. I'm just putting it out there.
Right, NBC.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper, I mean, he's making $25 million a year, Matt Lauer. You think he's going to be happy that someone's going to take over his job at the end of the year?
And if anyone doesn't need money, it would be Anderson Cooper. Hello, Vanderbilt. But yes, you know, but he's always pissed off. Anderson is up for apparently every job.
everything.
That's what my question is. I mean, is there anyone in TV, you know, on the male side, other than Anderson Cooper and Ryan Seacrest that host things? I mean, I just feel like I really love both of them, but at the same time, you know, there's other people that.
And I heard he's going to be taking over for Joy on The View as well. Now, last night, David Letterman explained to Spring Breakers star James Franco why the film's director, Harmony Korine, had been banned from The Late Show in 1998. The reason, Letterman says, is that he caught Korine in Meryl Streep's dressing room going through her purse. Now, I just want to let you guys know, I don't trust you guys either. Oh my God, where's my diaphragm? Oh, I don't need one of a lesbian. Anyway. What, do you think this is true?
I mean, that's the thing I was saying to you two. You know, when comedians, and you know, I consider David Letterman to be a comedian, when they make jokes, you can't tell whether they're serious or not. And was he joking, or was he, because James Franco said, "Are you serious?" And he said, "Yeah, it's a true story. I caught him going through Meryl Streep's purse, and we threw him out."
Well, you're a comedian, too.
But it didn't seem like Dave gave him a chance to even come up with an excuse why. He just threw him out. You know, maybe he was just looking for some gum.
Oh, come on.
Maybe he needed a tissue. Maybe he needed a tissue. Maybe his nose was running.
Well, Harmony even said, he said, "Listen, anything's possible." At that moment in my life, it was, you know, years ago, I was going through a lot. I was weirded out. He said, if they invite me to come back, which Letterman did recently, he said if he wants to come back on, I will go back on the show. So he said anything was possible. He said it could have happened.
But who wants to go through Meryl Streep's pocketbook?
A lot of people might.
Oh, God.
Would you want to know what's in there?
Yeah.
I'd be kind of curious.
I wouldn't touch it without, you know, her looking.
Well,
maybe I would
I'll tell you what's not in there, and that would be a tampon. Now, actress she's over, you know, actress Tilda Swinton has created a new art installation at the MoMA where people can see her sleeping in a glass box.
Why didn't I think of this?
Now,
why didn't I think of this?
If it was me, I would have my mouth guard in, my breathe right on, a face mask, a nightstand with 75 different medications on it. What is this art?
She looks amazing. Her hair looks great. I do have to say that. She looks amazing. I wish I had thought of it.
The homeless been doing this for years. It was never art.
Just a cardboard box instead of a glass box.
I don't know what the difference is.
This is a really interesting story because it really makes you think to yourself, how much self-discipline does Tilda Swinton have? I mean, they've been saying that she'll take a little tiny bit of water out of a little canister that she has, but still without waking up, kind of like rolling over in a restless sleep. And so I'm just thinking, if I had to lay there with my eyes closed for 8 hours straight, I would be really bad at that.
I would go to sleep.
I don't understand why this is art. That's what I don't.
And Sarah Jessica Parker and her husband went to see it this weekend.
Oh my God, they are just really on the edge. Okay. When we come back, Hugh Hefner says he slept with 1,000 women, which, when you consider his age, really isn't that many. I mean, what is that? Like 3 a year, right? At the most. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm back with my Fame Stream panel. The Kardashian sisters may sue Ford for defamation over this ad for their European car Figo. It's so funny to me that this is what bothers them, but it's okay to get famous from a sex tape. I mean, what is this? So they're pissed off because they're bound and tied in this Figo, which is supposed to be some really cool car.
Right.
And it didn't.
And they're animated characters.
Right.
And they did other people like this. And Ford has since come out and apologized and said
it wasn't even, it was just an idea in a boardroom. It's like they were on Mad Men, and one of them was like, oh, look at this, and it got leaked, and now they're going to sue. I mean, how much attention do they need? I can't with them.
Oh, they need all the attention that they can get. That's what makes Kardashians Kardashians.
All the dumb things that come out of their mouths, they should be bound and gagged. They get tied. Take off their feet, put it over their mouth.
I think they're just mad because Paris Hilton was maybe going to be in the commercial with them. They don't want her getting any attention.
Right.
I mean, she's almost a nobody at this point, and they've completely just taken over. So
and they
don't want her back.
Yeah, I love that.
Does anyone really believe in Paris Hilton's driving a Ford Figo?
Yeah, right.
Or any of the Kardashians for that point.
Exactly. And I think the guy who made the ad or the woman who made the ad should get a raise. Anyway, Hugh Hefner says he slept with 1,000 women. I am shocked. I mean, I didn't know there were that many blind women in America. What is this?
I don't believe that he's sleeping with all of these women.
Please.
At some point, it had to stop being sex. That's my feeling.
At some point, it doesn't work anymore. Okay.
No matter how much Viagra.
But he also said that he used Viagra too, which is kind of cheating. It's almost like sports guys using steroids and PEDs.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm putting an asterisk next to that 1,000.
And they say Will Chamberlain slept with 20,000. 20,000.
20,000?
Yes, and that's more people that are watching the show right now. So, and then he also said he's never cheated on any of his wives.
Because he's been married, 3 or 4 times. He said when he was married, he was monogamous. But when he wasn't, he made up for that time.
Right.
Hence the thousands of
Hence
women.
1,000. How many of you slept with?
That's what every guy says. Whenever.
I mean, you're on the road.
Because if you get caught cheating, you're like, well, remember we broke up for like that 45 minutes?
Right.
Over the phone?
And I got 500
We had a fight.
right there.
Yeah. Well,
you
said we're done.
Yeah. So I thought we were done.
Well, I know some people that could use some condoms. That would be the Duggars. Now, the condoms thing would work if we had done the story about the condoms that was just cut. But anyway, thank you. Now, the Duggars, they have 19 kids, and now Michelle Duggar says that next year they might adopt a child, and the year after that, she might move into a shoe. What is going on here?
Well, they just came back. They filmed a special in China.
Oh, by the way, their show's on NBC. By the way, it's an NBC affiliate. So we'll hear how great the Duggars are.
I actually like them. I love people who love children. They clearly
19.
love children.
They have 19.
But they visited an orphanage when they were in China, and some of the younger
orphanage
kids
had less children than they have.
They realized how many kids were in need, and they said that some of their younger kids wanted more kids.
Yeah, I'm sure they wanted more kids. Hi, can you pay less attention to me? Can we bring more children into this house?
I've never seen a show, but I mean, they got to be good parents for 19 kids, and none of them ran away yet.
Right.
I got one kid. He's trying to cry out the window every night. So they're doing something right.
Yeah, I mean, I have to be honest. I'm usually against these kind of, crazy extreme stories. But at the same time, it's not like they're Octomom who's just popping out kids and living off the government and living off taxpayers.
Right.
They're responsible parents. They're providing for the children. Any interview that I've ever seen them do, I mean, it seems like the family is very much intact with great morals, and they have a real sense of togetherness. And I don't know. I have to say that's a really rare thing. And if that's how they do it, then great.
And all the kids have J names. There's not another J name in the world.
You can make up names. Just take a name like Dorothy and call it Dorothy.
Dorothy, that's nice.
Well, they want to adopt like 2 Asian kids, right?
I think so.
Yeah, and they're homeschooling the kids, so maybe they're bad at math.
Right, so the Asian kids can teach the other kids the math.
Yeah, it's possible.
That's great, Jim.
I'm sorry. You said no one watches this. I'm not going to get in trouble. If it was NBC, I would have said that.
Of course not. And Ann Curry would be very mad at you. Jesse James, biker, tattoo artist, and cheater, got married for the 4th time this week, and gay people shouldn't be able to get married. And it was a beautiful ceremony. He was there with his family, his daughter, and his 3 future mistresses. What is... This guy is like constant. What is the thing about why do you have to get married when you know you're going to cheat?
Why do you want to marry someone that you know will probably cheat on you? I don't know. And, her family has a fortune. Her father is, part co-founder of Paul Mitchell Hairline.
Right, I know.
Why?
I do wonder what women see in a guy that's constantly cheating.
Well, it's like, Tiger Woods. I mean, just recently I was talking about Tiger Woods' new girlfriend, Lindsey Vonn.
Lindsey Vonn, yeah.
You have to stop and think to yourself, if you know that this person has a history of having mistresses and cheating on his wife, cheating on his family, basically, why would you ever step up, to the altar and marry that person or date that person?
Right.
And so you have to wonder. But at the same time, I do give Jesse James credit because I have some girlfriends and I have some guy friends who've been married once and divorced, and they're super jaded, and they say, forget it, I'm not getting married again.
Right.
That doesn't affect him at all.
I wouldn't give him credit for that.
Well, I know that. And Tiger, I know, is also really looking forward to getting to know the rest of the U.S. women's ski team as well. So that will work out. Jim, you're married, and you're on the road, and you have a kid.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, I'm glad because, when Jesse James came out, that he was a real scumbag.
Right.
I always wanted my son to be Jesse James Florentine. So as soon as he did all that stuff, I'm like, all right, forget it. Your name is Luke. So I'm glad. Seriously, because of him. I always like Jesse James would be a cool name for my son, but after look, women like a bad boy. The guy's 50 years old, and these women are like 40. It's like, when are you going to get over that?
Right.
Sandra Bullock was Miss, Hollywood or whatever, Miss Nice, and she wanted the scumbag with the tattoos.
Well, that's another reason that I'm happy to be gay. Anyway, Jim Florentine will be appearing at the Taft Theater in Cincinnati on March 29th and Woodlands Tavern in Columbus, Ohio on March 30th. Thank you all so much. You were such a great panel. Thank you, Jackie, Jim, and Dorothy.
Thank you.
And all my guests that were on tonight, thank you. And of course, thank you to my friend Joy for letting me sit in. Joy, take your time getting better. And everyone here, the crew, you've all been just amazing. So thank you all. Thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.